Alright folks, good afternoon. This is my quick review of tradable pollution permits. So in the class we sort of talked about this already, but I want to walk through this one more time, okay? So basically, what is a tradable pollution permit? The idea, as you can see from the slide, is simple. You have initial emissions that, let's say, two companies, Acme and USC, are emitting at 40 tons per month, and then the goal pretty much is that the city government or the municipality or the local government wants that goal to come down to 60 tons a month. Okay, so 40 tons each is 80 tons. They want the pollution to come down by 20 tons at 60, and we know that the cost of reducing emissions is $100 for Acme and then $200 for USC. Okay, so in this policy option, when you have tradable pollution permits, the government decides to issue 60 permits. So each allows 1 ton of SO2 emissions. Okay, so we have 60 permits. That means in total, as what the goal is, 60 tons can be the maximum possible pollution. Okay, and then what they do is that they decide to give 30 permits to each firm. So market for trading permits has been established, and each firm may use all of its permits to emit 30 tons, or may emit less than 30 tons and sell leftover permits. Okay, so the question pretty much is, compute cost of achieving goal if Acme uses 20 permits and then sells 10 TC for $150 each. Okay, so as we discussed, let's sort of look at what does it mean when we say Acme uses 20 permits and sells 10 to use for $150 each. Okay, so the cost of selling the permit, 150. Okay, so that's sold to USC. Okay, therefore, if you have 10 permits, this implies cost to USC is going to be 10 times 150 equal to $1,500. Okay, so that is the amount that USE pays. To Acme. Okay. Okay, so Acme receives these guys receive plus $1,500 from USC. Okay, note that since they now have their short 10 permits, so they're going to have to do cost reduction for 10 tons of emissions for which they don't have permits for. Okay, for Acme, it's simply going to be the amount that they still have to pollute. Okay, so you'll notice that they were emitting 40 tons, they have permits for 20, so they're going to have to reduce their emissions by 20 tons. So you have 20 tons of emissions that have to be reduced, and then you have $100 per ton is the reduction cost. So it's going to be 20 times 100, which is in fact $2,000. Okay, so this here, let's put a negative sign in front of it to show it as a cost. So total cost to Acme is simply going to be $2,000 minus $1,500 that they earned from USC. And this is $1,500, which of course equals $500. Okay, now the thing to remember is that USC now has 40 permits. Okay, so they pollute 40 tons and they have 40 permits, so they're goods. The only cost that they had was buying permits equaling $1,500. Okay, and so USC buying permits, and then cost to Acme was simply $500, as we just saw. Okay, so total cost, okay, is just simply the sum of these two. So the sum of this and the sum of this gives us $2,000.